Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Haris Akmal bin Samsudin. My ID is MDB22111072 and I'm from DBS 2D. So let's start. Business Statistics QMT 2014 is one of the common course that is compulsory for the student of College Professional Mara KPM. This course is offered to students of the Diploma in Accounting, Diploma in Business Studies, Diploma in Business IT, Diploma in Logistics Management and several more. This course taken by the student during their second or third semester of studies. In QMT 2040, all students are required to sit for 2 written tests, one examination and the final examination. Each assessment carries 30%, 50% each for each test, 20% and 50% ongoing marks, respectively, for a total of 100%. Each assessment tests a different topic taught in this course. For sampling method, we are using random sampling method, lottery method. For our data collection, we took 23 students of DIA 2D. For gender, we took female and male. We also took their grade, and last but not least, we took all from the test 1 until final. For qualitative data, I took 2 variables which is gender and grade. As you can see, student gender for their A2D is 7 female and 16 male, and the total for both of them is 23. There are 6 grades, start with 4 students with A+, 6 students A solid, 5 students A- and B+, 2 B solid and 1 B-.
Here, I want to present and tell about quantitative data. So, as you can see, here have a 3 type of chart. So the first is final cumulative frequency curve, which is OGIF. Number 2, student score histogram, and then student score frequency polygon for test 2. That's all for test 2. So
To get the result for mean, I sum up all the total from fx and I divide with total frequency, and I got 10.52. For mode, using the formula, I got 11.8. And lastly, for median, after I located the location of median, using the value of median formula, I got 0.58. For standard deviation, after I complete the table, using standard deviation formula, I got 2.25. Second, for coefficient of variation, using the formula standard deviation divide with mean and times with 100, I got 0.21. And last but not least, using the formula, I got negative 0.57 and the interpretation is negatively squared.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Izzuddin bin Zamri from class DBS 2D. My ID number MDB2211090. So today I want to present about mean, mode, median for test 2. As you can see from the table of mean, the total of F is 23 and total of Fx is 212.9. So formula for mean is total of Fx must divide total F. So 212.9 divide 23 and you can get the answer 9.26. The second is mode. Formula for the mode you can see in the pictures. So the answer is 9.92. For the median, you can see in the pictures is the highest mark is 10 and the lowest mark is 3. So formula for location of median class, open bracket n over 2 and close bracket th. So you can get the answer 12 th. And then formula for value of median, If you do, you can get the 9.9. Here, I want to tell about analysis of standard deviation, coefficient of variation, and Pearson measures of skewness for test 2. Okay, so standard deviation, you can look at the formula of standard deviation, and the answer is 2.198. For the final cumulative frequency curve or GIF, 7 students from DIA to D got 45 to 49 marks, and then 2 students got 50 to 54 marks. And then students score histogram. The highest histogram is at the 7th and 8 to 9.9 midpoint, and then the lowest is 1 and 14 to 15.9 midpoint. Lastly is student score frequency polygon. So the highest at number 10, which is 9.0 to 10.9. For Pearson measure of skewness, formula to find Pearson measures of skewness is PSK equal mean minus mode and over S. So if you do, that will be a 9.26 minus 9.92 and divide 9.88, and you can get answer negative 0.07. So the interpretation is PS small than 0, so this is a negatively skewed. So lastly, I want to tell about coefficient of variation. So formula for coefficient of variation is COV equal S over mean and times 100%. So it will be 2.98 divide 9.26 times 100%. So the answer is 0.32.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Mama Amsyar bin Mama Haris, number ID MDB22111018. Today, I will show you how to calculate mean, mode and median based on their A to the final mark. First, I will show you how to find mean. To calculate mean, we will use this formula. Mean equal to sum of fx divided by sum of f. Refer to group frequency of final. We will get 54 plus 64 plus 148 plus 252 plus 329 plus 104 divided by 23. We got 41.35. Next, how to calculate mode? First, we must find modal class. How to find modal class? You can refer to group frequency of final mark and select the mark that have highest number of students. Then, using formula lower boundaries, plus in bracket frequency of modal class minus frequency of class before modal class, divide by in bracket frequency of modal class minus frequency of class before modal class, plus in bracket frequency of modal class minus frequency of class after modal class, then times with 5. After finding mean, mode, and median, we will analyze standard deviation, coefficient of variation, and Pearson measure of skewness for final mark. First, let's find the standard deviation. We can use this formula. Standard deviation equal to square root total of fx square divided by in bracket total of student minus 1 minus in bracket total of fx times total of fx divided by total of students times in bracket total of students minus 1. Refer to the table. Standard deviation square root 40437 divided by 22 minus 1902 divided by 506. Then we will get the answer, that is 42.83. Next, let's find the coefficient of variation. Using formula mean minus mod divide by standard deviation times 100%, refer to the mean, mod, and standard deviation of final test we found. 42.83 divided by 41.35 times 100%, we will get 1.04 as the answer. Lastly, let's find the present measure of skewness. In bracket, mean minus mod divided by standard deviation, refer to the mean, mod, and standard deviation. We got 41.35 minus 45.83 divided by 42.83, we will get negative 0.10. The present measure of skewness is less than 0. It is negatively skewed. In conclusion, for the Business Statistics QMT 2043 course, students can score higher marks in the final compared to Test 1, Test 2 marks. It is because total students who can score higher in final, which is 45 to 49 marks, and the amount of students get the marks is 7 compared to Test 1 and Test 2. As we can see, there are not enough students who can score higher in Test 1 because the subject is still new for them. Meanwhile, we can see that in Test 2, there are some improvement in marks. The recommendation: first, ask for highest mark students to help other students. The lecturer must ask for their student to study together and help to solve the question. With this technique, students can improve their studies with higher marked students. Second, give more exercise to students. The lecturer must give more exercise to students and ask them to finish it and discuss together in class. That's all from me. Thank you very much.